Alright, here's the spreadsheet that you are going to start with. This is the one that you can download. And what we're going to do here is compute 5 different EVM metrics for this data. And I've mentioned those in the announcement. So what we're going to do is come out to the right here of the data that's already provided to you. And we're going to create columns for CPI, SPI, PCIB, PCIC, and TCPI. Okay? And then really what you need to do here is create the formulas necessary to compute those. So CPI, as you know, is earned value divided by actual cost. So to do that in Excel, we'll just hit equals here because we want to use formulas to compute this, and then point to the EV on the line that we're on here. This, in this case, would be cell D9, EV divided by the actual cost, which is here in E9, and hit enter. And we get 0.82983, which is correct. And for the SPI, the formula is EV divided by PV. So similarly here, we're going to put equal and point to the EV on this row divided by PV. And we should get 0.94048, which is correct. Now, before we go any further, there's one edit that we're going to make here to the formula, and I'm going to enclose that in an if error function. And the reason is because some of these lines, when we copy it down, they contain zeros, and you'll get a division by zero error. So if you'll do it like this, it'll suppress that error. Just enclose this formula in an if error function, and for the second argument, put 2 sets of double quotes that'll make it be blank. So like this. And then the other one, similarly, if error, and then put a set of parentheses and comma, quote, quote, and close your parens like that. Okay, you'll see that in just a minute. Alright, for PCIB, the formula is going to be EV over BAC. So similarly here, we'll say equal, and then point to EV divided by your BAC. We should get 0.43169. Okay, and then PCIC is your AC over EAC. So we'll say equal and then point to AC divided by your EAC, and we'll get 0.42199. And lastly is the TCPI. And this one is the most complex formula. There are actually 4 separate values here. It's going to be your BAC minus EV and all of that, then divided by your BAC minus AC. And we're going to have to use some parentheses here to observe the order of operations. So equals, and then open your first set of parens here. It's going to be your BAC minus EV, and then close your paren. Then we're going to divide by, and we need to open another set of parens here, the BAC minus the AC, and then close your paren. So it should be, in my case, H9 minus D9, all of that divided by H9 minus E9. And we should get 1.18451. So now we have all the formulas. What we need to do then is to calculate that for everything in the entire project. So the easy way to do that then, since we've used formulas, is simply to select our 5 formulas here and then use the fill handle in Excel to extend that down to the very bottom line in the project, and it will fill in everything else for you. And then the only other thing that you need to do is to remove the lines here where they're blank. So for instance, here you see on row 10 there's nothing there, so we'll just highlight over those and hit delete on the keyboard. And again here in row 19, and there are a few others, so you can kind of go through those and delete them to clean those up. So this is what the final spreadsheet should look like, and make sure that you use formula. Don't just type in the numbers, okay, or it won't be right. And then all you have to do is type in the 5 formulas at the top, and then use the fill handle to extend those down to every line in the project. Okay, and make sure that you turn in this Excel document, because I will not be able to review it properly without the Excel file. And then the only other thing in the assignment is to write the memo to explain these. So what you want to do is, after you get these computed, you need to interpret them. For example, what does a CPI of 0.829 indicate? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? And so just work your way through these EVM metrics and explain how the project is doing in terms of earned value.